Hey there, Sam here. It's time for another random video of me doing whatever I feel like. So today I was thinking that today I'm gonna talk about rest. It like and that's like a very interesting thing, right? Like, you know, a lot of people like not just in VTubing, but like in a lot of niches, hobbies, professions, rest is one of those things that only really comes up in the weirdest of times. Like, for example, when they're like, "Oh wow, uh, you literally fell down the stairs. Maybe you should take a rest." But they didn't say anything about rest when you were, going everywhere with two crates on your arms and all that. But that's getting ahead of myself. What is what is rest? So let's talk about what rest is. Basically, rest is just honestly just not doing the thing you were supposed to do. Okay, no, kidding. But it's actually a lot of times when people say rest, they basically mean like sitting down or laying down. But there's actually more to it than that. Rest not just means physically, it also means mentally, which the mental rest is the one that I think a lot of people have a really hard time with. So I'm gonna just rant about rest today. So one thing, and I fell for this too. A lot of people are like, well, you'll rest is a natural thing. You'll do it when you basically get tired. No, you won't. We're actually, at least me anyway, I was actually always taught my entire life, you never rest. If you can do something, you do it. There's no waiting, there's no taking a breather. Like those things, yeah, people would say you should do that, but then they really don't want you to do it. You can tell because if you ever are sitting there, not really doing, not even just being on your phone, but just kind of sitting down for a minute or laying down for a minute, and then people are like giving you the eye or basically saying passive aggressive things that like, oh, you should be, oh, I see you taking a rest there, you're tired, but they're really just being like this lazy bitch over here, you know. But we need rest. We actually need to be able to not just rest but also slow down. We need to be able to do these things to function properly. But we're all taught, that, oh god, especially in like the last like 5 years, that rise and grind mindset. I hate that thing. And the thing is, the reason I hate it is because I did that. I did the rise and grind thing, trying to operate off of like 3 hours of sleep, putting butter in my coffee, and that is my breakfast. That bullshit, because it's like you got these privileged individuals being like, yeah, you gotta do this, that, and the third if you want to be successful. Never mind the fact that a lot of these individuals who are like rise and grind were lucky. They were lucky. Now, don't get me wrong. If you are a privileged individual, that's fine. It's okay to use your privilege. And I'm not saying that these people didn't do any work. They did. They did lots of work. But they also kind of have this type of, well, if I did it, so can you. When the privileged individual seems to have three very specific qualities for some reason. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say what they are because it varies from country to country. But in my country, it's three very specific things, and one of them is a color. Anyway, but not to say that you shouldn't do anything, but you do need to balance things. Like, you can't just wait for your body to give out to rest. You actually do need to make a conscious effort. I'll give you an example. Now, with me, if I'm not paying attention, I will work myself into the ground. Whether it be at my job or at work or creatively, I will work myself into the ground because I feel like I need to earn it. I need to earn my rest, as annoying as that sounds. That's the only way I can think of it. Like, though I want to earn praise, and I don't, no, none of y'all be going like, oh, well, Semi, you're a good girl. No, that's not the praise I'm talking about. Actually, I'm going to address that right now. I personally feel weird when people give me compliments or reward without me earning it. I don't like that because to me it actually feels like you're looking down on me when you do that. Even though I'm basically taller than most of you. That's kind of why I don't just just people giving head pats. I know that's actually why I don't have a head pat routine, is because I understand a lot of people see the head pats as comfort, which why there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it because to me it's like there you dumb dragon, you did it. I'm like, no, that's why skin like chin scratches though. That's affection for me, not head pats. Now you know. But anyway, but like for me, I want to be able to rest. I want to be able to relax. I want to be able to enjoy my time, and so I feel like I have to earn that. I can't just sit down. Of course, that's why I have I'm having a bad time right now, is because people will take advantage of that. So that's the other thing about rest. People will use it against you. People will make it sound like you could be doing things, especially for them. Oh, especially for them. That's why it's okay to just take your time. The reason why is because, like any of you who have been watching people for a while, or been like not just VTubers, but just even YouTubers or just people in general, and you see the burnout. Well, burnout tends to happen not just because people are doing the rise and grind, but it definitely helps. It definitely attributes to it. Like, I've seen so many people just burn out because they're trying to, they're like, well, if I can do, I must do. And so they're like streaming 5 days a week for like 8 hours, and then they still have a full-time job. Now, some of them don't have a full-time job, but that is literally doesn't actually matter. Whether you have a full-time job or not, VTubing is hard work. There's a lot that goes into it. I can't even do half the stuff these people do. I can't fucking edit. I can't do sound mixing. I can't do any of those things, and a lot of these people can. So they're streaming, they're cutting up their videos to make highlight reels, they're making TikToks, they're making other things. What do you call those things? Whatever. They're doing all these things and then nothing, which is like the other part to me is, if you're going to be doing all this stuff, you have to at least do it for yourself. If you're doing it to be popular, to be noticed, I'm going to say right now, if you do not get the appropriate amount of reward, you will feel frustrated. You feel annoyed, and you will just want to go home. Because there's nothing more heartbreaking to me than putting in a lot of work and nobody noticing. But I'm not gonna be that type of person who's just gonna passive aggressively be like, "Hey guys, did you see my latest thing? I worked really hard on it. Can you watch it?" No, I can't do that shit. I can't do it. I just fucking can't. I just can't do that, And that's the thing. Now some people can do that, but then they seem a little cringy, They seem a little cringy, Like, you do you. But I know for me, I can't just ask people to notice my stuff. Like, yeah, I'll drop hints, or they'll be like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been doing this thing," But it's super hard for me to try and get people to notice what I'm doing. Shit, that's why I do so much weird stuff. Not to say I don't like doing weird stuff, like turning myself into an eggplant. That was funny, but I don't know. I honestly think that people should actually look at their time, and if you are tired, because if you reach that point where you don't want to do something you love, take a break from it. That's what I had to do. I love to draw, but sometimes I have to take a break from it. I want to rig my new model, but I need to take a break from it every once in a while. I love streaming, but I actually stream only roughly 2 times a week, so it's something I look forward to, because I space it out long enough where I can drum up excitement for myself. That's actually why I don't stream more often. I could stream every day if I wanted to, but I don't, because I still have a full-time job, which is actively trying to kill me, by the way, and I don't want to do that. So it's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break from your projects and play some, what kids be playing these days, Fortnite and Valorant and Overwatch. Man, I don't know what you kids be doing these days. I've been playing Stardew Valley to relax, because it's a nice, comfy game, and I have animals in there now. Sometimes I just need to take a minute to just back up, or just go or my favorite thing is listen to some lo-fi, sit in the bookstore for hours reading free manga. That's another thing I do to rest. Because my brain is resting and my body's resting. and I get coffee at discount. You know, like that's a nice way to rest. Or go for a walk. That's the type of rest too. You know, getting yourself physically out of the house. Because I realize that sometimes I do have to physically remove myself from the house in order for me to actually relax. You know, go poke the grass. Or in my case, fight the grass. Fucking deserves it. We're getting everywhere. You know? But yeah, long story short, TLDR, it's okay to rest. It's okay to work on your projects, but if you start to feel that little bit of, I kind of don't want to do this right now, it's okay to step away, save your work, and do something else. And just come back to it. And if it takes you 3 weeks to get back to it, then get back to it. Now, if you get, now I'm not talking about paid commissions. Do not take commissions if you're tired. Or if it's something super easy or something. But like, it's okay to just stop for a second. Or a couple months. You know, people take hiatuses for a reason. You know? It's okay. Like, I still, like, in my case, I've been on a hiatus from my Catboy comic for almost a year now. And I do want to finish it. I had to take a step away from it because it was too much at the time. But I still love it. I still love my characters. I have so many new ideas for the way I want to draw my comics, since at this point I have absolutely no illusions. Because like when I started my comic, I'm like, maybe I'll be picked up by Webtoon. Now I'm like, man, fuck Webtoon. I'm just doing this for me. I'm gonna do my own thing. You know? And it's okay. The fact that I took a long time away from it is okay. And the same thing for you. But what do you think though? Like, I actually want to hear. How do you rest? What kind of thing, like, or do you do just the, I'm just gonna avoid acknowledging the thing I like that I'm avoiding, you know? But, excuse me. But what do you like to do to relax? What do you do to rest? Do you rest mostly physically, mentally? Have you ever literally run yourself into the ground like I have, where you actually landed yourself in the hospital? No, I'm not gonna talk about it. Tell me in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. I stream on Twitch twice a week. You can see my stuff on Twitter. Links below. That's pretty much it. Disjointed, I know, but I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter. But that's it. Thank you. Bye-bye. You have a wonderful time. Drink some water. Love you. Love you. Bye. Bye.